We've all imagined it. If you could build your dream house from the ground up, what would that look like? A space that inspires you, calms you, and ultimately helps you live your best life? We've asked today's hottest designers to make this their mission.
We wanted to create an area of serenity.
Each design team will take a room from studs to the finishing touches.
And we want to create a space that's unique, inviting, and a ton of fun.
Showing you how to make every corner of your space work harder, better, and more beautifully than you ever thought it could.
Make a statement.
I'm Carisha Swanson from House Beautiful, and we are building the dream in Nashville. Richard Anuszkiewicz is a recognized kitchen and bath design authority.
It has this nice sense of refinement. It's very tailored and trim.
He was recently named as the lead designer for a second showroom to be opened by the Design Galleria Kitchen and Bath Studio and their new Nashville Design Collective. He's been published in House Beautiful, The Washington Post, and HGTV. His mission is to create a master bath that's as zen as your favorite spa. Let's head to the Matthew Quinn collection in Atlanta to see what Richard has in store for the bathroom. Richard!
Carisha!
Hi!
Hey, how
so
are
nice
you?
to see you.
Great to see you.
So wait, we're in Atlanta and your new official hometown is Nashville.
That's right.
But you're back here and we are at the Matthew Quinn collection.
That's right. The Matthew Quinn collection is wonderful curated hardware from all over the world. The beautiful thing about hardware is it's so underplayed with the consumers. They don't realize how this truly is jewelry. And this store showcases it so well in these jewelry boxes. So here we have one of our main feature walls, which is showcasing a match pair of vanities and a beautiful focal point of the Kohler tub. Too often a bathroom can be thought of as a strictly utilitarian space, right? And so a vanity, holds a lot of items for our everyday routine.
So many items.
So we definitely want to make sure that it's super functional, but that doesn't mean that we want to downplay the beauty of it. We talked about how we wanted to explore this idea of this really tranquil, serene palette. One of the great things that I turned to was the Aurora palette by Benjamin Moore. Thinking of these spaces as, your area where you're really investing in yourself. So you immediately can see in the drawings here that our vanity is elevated on a foot. You can see that we already have this architectural language in the room of that arch over the tub. So I really wanted to play with that idea. Ultimately, what this also is doing is it's really embracing that character that we're trying to express in these vanities. We want these to feel like they're well-collected, curated pieces. And so how do we find that personality? It's in little details. So this countertop is actually a Caesar stone quartz. So it's a manufactured material that is extremely durable. And these are two different applications. This is a T application and a cross application. It's interplayed onto the frame of the cabinet, immediately heightening the visual aspect of the vanity.
So seeing all these different elements, I'm like, oh my gosh, how is this all gonna come together? But I'm excited to see it, and your deadline's coming up, right?
That's right, we're only a couple months out. So stay tuned, because there's gonna be a lot of beautiful visuals coming together.
I'm meeting Richard at Traditions in Tile and Stone to see what tiles he's chosen and to get a look at his plans for the bathroom.
Dual showering, certainly in masters, we're seeing that trending and a lot of our clients asking for it. And it's really the idea that it's giving you water features from multiple angles. So immediately in the shower, we have two wet walls where we have the a traditional shower head on either wall with full body jets as well. I do think when you're thinking of a bathroom, there's no question that your largest surface area ends up being the tile. When I was exploring different patterns and thinking of that more classical nature, I was really inspired by the idea of just a beautiful chevron. So the whole idea was to explore these beautiful marbles in an intermix pattern. So we have a more neutral white marble, and you can see that the veining on it is very subtle, right? And so that's more of our neutral. And then where we pull in that statement is this beautiful gray. We have this beautiful statement floor, right?
Yes.
But then we talked about the power of focal points. So immediately this tub, this beautiful arched window, how do we bring that onto the other side into our shower?
Right.
And so I wanted to explore a more of a true feature tile on the shower wall.
Oh, that's fun.
And I think, you know, something that people can relate to is the idea of in a shower, it's really fun to explore more decorative tiles. These actually are the same tile.
Oh, they are, yeah.
Yes. But, you know, this truly shows the power of how a grout color can really change the aesthetic of the tile. And so it narrowed it down to these two different gray colors here. And immediately when, you know, pairing with the floor, certainly after these dried, you know, this one started out a lot lighter, but it definitely just came in a little bit too strong.
Right.
And so immediately this soft steel color in the grout just really complements the floor really well.
That.
When we're looking at the shower, we have this main feature wall, and then on the sides, I actually have this other really cool pattern in this soft, beautiful white marble
That kind
as
of
well.
picks up what's happening on the floor.
Exactly.
Okay. Now that we know what we're looking for, we'll head over to the Signature Kohler store to find the right pieces. Oh my gosh, and look, as soon as you walk in, what is this wheel of wonder?
Oh my gosh, this is the phenomena of the idea of how much personality you can punch into your plumbing products. You know, truly, you know, the amazing thing about bathroom spaces and plumbing products that people don't realize is how personal you can make them, right? And this is really celebrating that. So we have classic cast iron white sinks in the space, paired with our vibrant polished nickel. So overall,
Really pretty.
thinking of those products as reading a little bit more neutral, and then we're pulling in warmer metals.
So I think you told me your faucet's here.
Yes.
Yes, okay, let's go find that and see.
I would love to show you.
Yes, please, lead the way.
So this is the beautiful bath section.
Oh my gosh.
And what's so phenomenal is just the plethora of options that you really do have.
Yeah.
And certainly they range from, you know, the most contemporary to these wonderful traditional stylings and everything in between. And I'm so excited to be able to showcase the Artifacts collection.
Oh, this one back here.
In the Whole Home Master Bath project.
Yes.
The great thing about this collection is that it plays on old heritage, right? Which I really think speaks to the city of Nashville.
Completely.
And has this wonderful character to it.
Yes. Well, I love this Artifacts faucet. Well done. So now we're entering, this is crazy, like this wall of showers, shower heads, and body sprays, but I don't see anything to turn this on, so I want to see how this all works.
So we need to see the DTV Plus system.
Okay.
Okay, so here we have the interface.
Yes.
And when we, for example, take the shower application, this is all the consolidation of all those different valves. Press start, everything in the shower turns on.
Okay, so I know this is my proposal that we go into the bathroom, but like they told us that this toilet is set up in here and I want to see the real deal and not it on the showroom floor. So this is the Veil toilet you've been talking about.
Correct, so this is
Hello.
the Kohler Veil toilet. Of course, we have your classic toilet function, which has different levels and ways to expel the waste. And then there's also a bidet feature that is totally integrated into this for the cleansing aspect. You know, these are a great system for your master suite.
I mean, I've never done an interview in a bathroom, but you know, there's a first time for everything.
That's for everything, that's right.
All right, let's see where we're going next.
Yes.
Because they have so much hardware, both the kitchen and the bathroom start their install early. Richard stopped at the house along with kitchen designer Matthew Quinn to check up on everything so far.
I'm gonna go check out the master bathroom.
All right, I'm headed to the kitchen.
Wow, it looks phenomenal. We have this wonderful architectural element on with all this natural light coming into the space, and you can see this really strong arch. One of the biggest showpieces is really this feature point in the shower. You can see this wonderful play on patterns and this really soft neutral palette. The downview cabinets look amazing. I love this campaign hardware detail in the polished nickel. and our dual tones on the cabinets. The Circa lights are sconces that will be on the wall. They really look phenomenal. I love the fine detailing in this knurling. It's really strong, and this beautiful aged brass finish is gonna work so well. It's really phenomenal the way that this space has come together.
The install continues as the team adds important features like the floor tiles and Caesar stone countertops to the space. After that, it's time for the finishing touches.
Carisha, I cannot wait to show you the bathroom.
Is it the spa retreat you hoped it would be?
Completely.
Okay.
Check it out.
Oh my gosh, I'm all into this. So this is truly the master retreat.
Exactly. Completely going for that calm, tranquil atmosphere, right?
I mean, talk about soaking in a tub like this tub. It's massive.
Yes. Thinking about the idea of that the bathroom is that getaway space. So what materials are you pulling in to really pull in that feeling of a spa? The focal point is defined as the center of interest or activity. Naturally, a focal point can be easily defined in a bathroom with a beautiful tub or a beautiful shower application.
And we cannot forget about this ridiculous shower.
Isn't it amazing?
It's amazing. So you've got like a zillion shower heads happening here.
Yes. So dual shower heads on each side.
Yes.
And then we have the full Monty rain shower.
Yes.
Body jets as well. So I mean, it's a total full experience shower. The furniture details, it came together so well. I mean, you're seeing the two tones on the vanity that we spoke of. You're seeing those beautiful campaign hardware details, the furniture feet. Those are all things that are ultimately enhancing the environment and really bringing the space to life. You know, we maximize the storage in the vanities completely. Even under the actual sinks, we fit the cabinets custom to the plumbing, so you are
you're not losing anything.
Not losing anything at all. Even we have charging stations within the vanities as well.
Oh, that's great.
So, you know, thinking about if you have any of your typical portable electronics, electric toothbrush, whatever it may be, you know, all those things can stay plugged in the drawer, can charge, out of sight, out of mind.
You know, a bathroom is a tricky thing. They're expensive to put together. All the products cost a lot of money, and they're things that you can't easily change if you make a mistake. But what Richard has done here is really give us a spa experience where nothing's going to have to change.
You know, thinking about the way that you engage with natural light, those are certainly things that we respond to as humans. When you're thinking about accessorizing a bathroom, it's really important to think about bringing in the unexpected. And I really love introducing art into the space. Art can, you know, really enhance your mood and be such a source of inspiration for people. And I think it's often overlooked in a bathroom. So when you're thinking about making an investment in your bathroom space, it's important that you're using the rule of thumb to keep it classic. Thinking about those beautiful, fresh looking, bright white fixtures, keeping the tiles more neutral or your countertops more neutral. These are all items that you're not necessarily changing out frequently. So by keeping those more neutral and then adding your personality in with accessories or paint, those are things that are very easily changed out over time.
And this zen-like feeling that he's created is all anybody really wants, is just to be able to decompress. I'm pretty excited to be in this space, and quite frankly, I'm pretty excited to relax in it.